The rain hammered the old wooden roof of Rusty Jack's Roadhouse, a biker bar tucked off the Arizona highway. Neon lights flickered in the puddles outside, and the sound of laughter and clinking beer bottles drowned out the growl of Harley engines parked out front. Inside, the smell of whiskey and smoke hung thick in the air. When she walked in, the laughter dimmed just a bit. She wasn't dressed like anyone else there, no leather vest, no heavy boots. Just a worn denim jacket, dark jeans, and a black duffel bag slung over her shoulder. Her hair was pulled into a tight braid, rainwater still dripping from the ends. Her boots left wet prints across the wooden floor as she stepped up to the bar and ordered softly, "Just coffee." The bartender, a burly man named Hank, raised an eyebrow. "You sure you're in the right place, lady? We don't get many coffee drinkers here." She gave a faint smile. "Yeah, I'm sure." At the far end of the bar, a group of bikers burst into laughter. The leader, a heavy-set man with tattoos crawling up his neck and a vest that read, "Devil's Sons," leaned back in his chair. His name was Rex, and everyone in that bar knew better than to cross him. He looked her up and down with a smirk. "Hey sweetheart, you lost. This ain't a cafe for little girls." The bar chuckled. She didn't even turn to look at him. Just stirred her coffee slowly. Rex wasn't used to being ignored. He got up, swaggering toward her, boots thudding against the wood. "You deaf or just stupid? I asked you a question." Finally, she looked at him, calm, unshaken. "Neither." "Oh." Rex leaned closer, his breath reeking of beer and tobacco. "Then maybe you can tell me what a girl like you's doing in my bar." The entire place watched. She took a slow sip of her coffee before answering. "Waiting for someone." That earned another round of laughter. "Waiting for someone? Who? Your boyfriend? You think he's gonna walk in here and save you?" Rex laughed, then shouted, "Let's see who can save you now." He reached for her shoulder, but stopped. Because that's when her jacket slipped down just enough for the dim bar light to reveal a tattoo on her upper arm. An eagle clutching a lightning bolt, wings spread wide, the feathers etched in precise detail. For a split second, the entire bar went still. Rex froze. His smirk vanished. The color drained from his face. One of the older bikers near the jukebox whispered, "No way, that's the 160th sore patch." Someone else muttered, "The Night Stalkers. A group known only in military circles, an elite helicopter regiment, flying the missions no one else could, rescuing soldiers from impossible places. Only a few even lived long enough to retire from that unit." Rex stepped back, his voice unsure. You were one of them." She looked at him, her eyes cold as steel. Once, silence blanketed the bar. Even the music had stopped. Then Hank, the bartender, finally broke it. You're Captain Morgan Shaw, aren't you?" Her eyes flicked toward him, then softened just slightly. "Used to be." For a long moment, no one spoke. Everyone in that bar had heard the stories: a pilot who flew into enemy fire to pull wounded men out, a woman who once refused to leave a soldier behind even when her own chopper took rounds through the cockpit. Rumor was, she'd saved an entire squad before disappearing years ago. She finished her coffee, placed a few bills on the counter, and turned to leave. But Rex, desperate to save face, sneered again, though his voice trembled. "All that army stuff doesn't mean anything here, sweetheart. You think that tattoo scares me?" She stopped in the doorway and turned her head just slightly. "Not meant to scare you," she said quietly. "It's a reminder. You don't have to be the loudest one in the room to be dangerous." And then she left. The door swung shut behind her, the rain swallowing the sound of engines and whispers. Hours passed, and the storm worsened. The bar crowd had thinned when Hank noticed a pickup truck screech to a stop outside. Two men stumbled in, faces pale. "Rex," one of them shouted, "you gotta come outside, now." The bikers rushed out, following Rex into the rain. And there, just beyond the parking lot, they saw it, a group of highway patrol cars, lights flashing, surrounding Rex's bikes. Someone had called in reports, unregistered weapons, stolen parts, and a wanted member hiding among them. Rex turned toward the road, where a lone motorcycle's taillight glowed red before vanishing into the darkness. He knew. It was her. She hadn't come to the bar by chance. Later that night, as the police towed the bikes away and Rex was shoved into the back of a cruiser, Hank found something taped under the bar counter. A folded photo, old, faded. It showed Captain Morgan Shaw standing beside a black helicopter, arm around a soldier whose vest read, R. Hale. Rex Hale, her brother. Killed years ago when a biker gang's illegal arms deal went south, a gang Rex had later joined. And now, years later, justice had finally come full circle. The next morning, Hank found a single feather on the bar counter, an eagle feather, smooth and dark. He smiled faintly and murmured, "Guess you saved one more, Captain."